It's a rivalry that defines the sport. One that everyone points to when asked what makes a good or classic rivalry in college football. The Scarlet and Gray against the Maize and Blue. Two diametrically opposed programs who will meet again to continue a rivalry that has had everything from Heisman statements to pepper spray at midfield. The old horseshoe, Ohio Stadium in Columbus, Ohio. It's the Michigan Wolverines and the Ohio State Buckeyes. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe down on the sideline, and Holly, a little familiarity in this one.
Coach Ryan Day told me before the game he loves how his team has come out and dominated in the conference so far this season, but he understands the road gets even harder now. He's talked to his team about getting off to a fast start, that's important to set the tone here today. They want to keep that undefeated streak alive in conference play, but it all begins right now. We'll see if they can do it against a very tough opponent. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. And the Buckeyes will kick off first, and here we go. He'll bring it out. It's Stewart. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Here's Underwood. Oh, pressure's coming. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Man, I don't know if you want that guy outside the pocket very often because he's so fast and he can do some damage, but they did a nice job containing him. Once he left the pocket, they were ready for it, came to him and tried to throw the football. Nice hit on the quarterback as he's throwing to force a bad pass.
Open space at the 25. He's loose down the left side. He's at the 30. He's at the slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Fielded in the end zone. It's Rodgers. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here's Julian saying to throw. Right side, it's Jackson. And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get into the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
Got his man to the left. Oh, he's got some space. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. The Buckeyes peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Straight ahead, it's Jackson. He breaks a tackle. Guys, top 5 matchup this late in the season. It feels like a de facto playoff game.
It is, man. This is the big showcase. Late in the season, you're proving to the committee exactly who you are, where you stand. I don't think it gets any better than this late season showdowns. A lot of time rivalries, too, Jesse. These are the best.
David, you're right. And both of these teams have been on a collision course all year long. We knew that this game was going to matter a lot, so you know the intensity is going to be off the charts.
Pulls it in. Guided out of bounds at the 22. Good play for this offense as they are threatening to score.
And, man, this is exactly what you want as a play caller. You want to get your quarterback settled, give him some bunnies early to make some plays so he's feeling bulletproof. 4 for 4 to start the game. Yes, please. Offensive coordinator Jesse, I'm giving him an A+ so far for checking those boxes.
Well, he's done a good job getting his quarterback prepped for this one.
Makes a grab and got some room, headed to the goal line. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And that's a nice job selling it by the offense, dropping back, making it look like it's pass. That running back slipping out of the backfield, throwing him the football, getting a dynamic playmaker in space, and he says, I got this, I'll do the rest, and gets the touchdown.
And he tacked on the extra point. From deep, it's Stewart. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Complete to start this drive. Makes the grab, down immediately. He picks up a few.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, getting that rhythm. Find that timing with your wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
Tackle way behind the line. It'll be a loss of 7.
And I think this is the key in this game, man. These rivalry games, it's about passion, about emotion. And coming to this game, we saw him last week, man. He had over 100. Last year in the blowout, he was a non-factor. He's got to be the catalyst in this game. You can't have a repeat of what happened a year ago, where you're throwing the football because you're behind and you got beat down. Got to establish the line of scrimmage.
Throws to the wideout. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
And sometimes as a quarterback, man, you're sitting on that sideline and you watch the other guy go out and just deal, right? And put together a drive, score a touchdown, and you want to come out and you want to answer and you want to be aggressive. And sometimes you take shots, sometimes you force things. So I would recommend to him, just stay within the offense, take what the defense gives you, don't be too aggressive.
Up the last time they had him. The defense helped them out and a chance to go on top with this drive. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup. These two first squared off in 1897, and this rivalry is almost like a history of the sport itself.
So much history, so much tradition. I mean, I can go back to 2006 when they were 1-2 in the country. You know, like, these games really matter. The uniforms are clean. The athletes are flowing. There's tons of athletes all over the place. This is always a huge showdown.
And you think about some of the great coaches that have graced the sidelines in this rivalry. Bo Schembechler at Michigan and Woody Hayes at Ohio State. And it's amazing, in a conference full of trophy games, maybe the greatest rivalry doesn't even have one.
Hits inside. It's Jackson. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision. Nice job by the running back getting the yardage.
Got a little space. Racing down the left side. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching him. The AT unit on the field. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And how about that for a capper, a 43-yard run for 6. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Here's Underwood to throw. Here comes the heat. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. There's so many great rivalries in college football, guys, but I think this one, because of the disdain and the excellence, sort of rises to the top.
Yeah, I mean, listen, there are great rivalries scattered all around this country.
There he goes to the left. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Wolverines.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And the extra point was good. Fielded in the end zone, it's Rodgers. He gets a block. He's got an alley. Oh, returns like that just swing the momentum. Almost took it to the house. So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. As productive as these two offenses have been early, you really can't afford an empty possession here. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
The Buckeyes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Complete in the middle. On the stop. Coming to the line, looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 29. Quick give. It's Jackson. He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short. Making the adjustment. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. Perhaps emboldened by converting a 4th down earlier in the game, they'll try a second time. Saying to throw for it on 4th. Takes a hit as he releases it and just spiked it right into the ground.
That is great job by this defense, coming up big on 4th down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on 4th down.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. A designed run for the quarterback. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs. So it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the designed quarterback run game going. But moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
Firing to the right, complete. Turning it on. He's at the 40. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31 and a big pickup on that one.
Well, not every explosive play in the passing game needs to be a 70-yard bomb down the field. If you find your running back in the progression, you just get it to him quickly, He's one of the most dangerous guys on the field with the ball in his hands, and he showed you that. Great vision, great speed, phenomenal job after the catch, and it's a big play for the offense in the passing game.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on third down. Clouds is way ahead. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense, because third down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
And the Wolverines kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. They'll run it. It's Marshall. Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. From the gun. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given him some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Bryce Underwood from the gun on third down. Looking to the end zone. It's incomplete.
Once you start to get down here towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football. You really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot down the field unsuccessfully. Nice job by this defense.
On the return, it's Rodgers. He's got great speed. Oh, what vision. Dynamic on kick returns, and that one puts his offense in business. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Looking for space. It's Jackson. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be 2nd and long. Got a little work done on first down, now back to the line. Handoff again. Brings into the open. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
Offensive linemen love when you sneak in draws, when you sneak in screens. It holds these defensive linemen accountable. You want to rush the quarterback, you want to fly upfield every single play, we'll sneak right behind you and get some yardage.
And the Buckeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Stopped short of the first down marker, and now they might have to settle for the field goal and maybe tie the game going into the half. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. They pick the spot. It's going to be about a 37-yard attempt. Never a doubt. And that's going to tie it up.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it out. It's Stewart. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Leaves it in his belly. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Left side is Marsh. They get him down at the 36. It will be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. Got the first down. Still running at the 40. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37. The Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll ride the hot hand. Inside the 25. Into the house. Touchdown, Michigan. That's his third touchdown of the game and 19 on the season.
And they pound the rock. The run game comes through late in the first half when you needed it. Now they take the lead. They take the momentum. That's how you end the first half.
And the extra point is good. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They get him stopped, but he found a couple of cracks in that cover team and gets it out to the 43. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Here's Sayin to throw. Going long. He's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Buckeye.
Nice job putting the drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for two, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. The run inside. It's Marshall. There he goes. Good gain there. Picks up the first down, and now maybe this offense attacks before the half.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on first down. Throwing, Underwood. Look out. Makes the grab. Still on his feet at the 45. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good gain there. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Oh, a double pass. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds. They'll need a bunch on second down. Out of the gun to give to the back. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. He's now over 200 yards from scrimmage today. Now look, Denard Robinson's career record of over 10,000 is a long way away, but he said he wants to take aim at it someday.
That's crazy, over 10,000 yards, and you might want to take aim at it, but it starts game by game, right? This is a heck of a game, a good start, but when you're at Michigan, you're going to get fed, and then taking those opportunities, capitalizing on them, making big plays, heck of a day.
And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update. He'll be stopped, but good work there to get the ball out to the 37. down after a short gain.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense, like getting them into more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense to kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can.
They'll run him again. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure it to first down.
You know, with defense, it's this pick or poison game, right? Like, I got to play a little bit soft and make them run the football, but when I do that, I give the running back space, and right there you could tell he takes advantage of it.
The Buckeyes will line it up on 1st and 10. Hits the hole. It's Jackson. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Making the adjustment on the play. Wide receiver comes in motion. Sayin. Looking for a deep man. He's got it down the field. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. The Buckeyes go back to work after moving the chains through the air. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Jackson. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Rides to the back. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Delayed to the back. It's Rodgers. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. So here comes the Michigan offense. So on their first drive of this 3rd quarter, they find themselves in a tie game after that last field goal. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
And we talked about this guy coming in the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hands, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. This is the kind of performance, guys, that sort of etches your name in the lore of a rivalry.
And playing big in this big moment, on this big stage, it is so nice to have a playmaker like that you can highlight, that you can focus on, that you can trust in.
He was so excited coming into this game, too, because he knows that oftentimes your legacy as a player is defined by how you play in rivalry games like this.
It's complete to the left. At the 45 on his way. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. Running inside, it's Marshall. They knock him down at the 21. It's a pickup of 5 yards on the play and enough for a first down. And the Wolverines pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Underwood. Caught. Touchdown, Wolverines! They take the lead with the 6.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Coming out with it, it's Rodgers. He stopped at the 23, a couple of yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Throwing, say it. He's going to fire deep. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game. Throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He is going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
That one never had a chance. Incomplete. Third and long coming up. They'll send the back in motion. Saying from the gun on third down. Out wide right, it's Smith. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's see if they decide to punt it. Offense trying to catch them napping. Looks as if they'll go for it on fourth down. Wide receiver going in motion. Quarterback changing the play. Very close to putting a bow on this one. Gives us a minute to check out the top 25 here in the final week of the season and to wonder what type of impact this result will have on these rankings. And it looks as if we are ready to get things started here in the fourth quarter. Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Fourth down, say it. Makes the grab past the marker. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
Fourth down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the fourth down conversion.
There he goes. The 30. At the 20. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
Extra point here would tie the game. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the fourth. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it off on the ground, a 67-yard touchdown run. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Michigan offense heads out to get this drive started. Tie game, fourth quarter, plenty of time to work with, exactly where you want to be in this one. Drop immediately. You got nothing on first down.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
Here's Underwood to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. Right through his hands and incomplete, and he'll want that one back. It'll be third down.
Yeah, and you could tell he was trying to run with that football before he caught it. That slant route, you stick your foot in the ground, cut towards the QB. This is one of those plays where he puts it on the money, and you just try to make yards after the catch, but keyword being after the catch.
Hang on, Sloopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on third down. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's see if they decide to punt it. Fourth down in their own territory. Big gamble here, and they're not even going to huddle. Underwood to throw for it on fourth. Escapes the pressure going right. Unleashes one. At midfield, he's got room. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive.
And that is the advantage of having versatility at the running back position, right? It's fourth down. Everyone in the stadium thinks he's going to get the handoff, but because of his ability to catch the football, he's a weapon in the passing game. And on a critical down distance like that, comes up with a huge first down.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And these linebackers are flying around, and they like to bring the boom. What a great job playing physical, setting the tone, and letting them know, don't come over the middle of my field.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Using his legs, it's Marshall. Oh, he's got some space. They believe in this running game, and they take it all the way down to the 25 before he goes out of bounds.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy in the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
The Wolverines have their offense in high gear. They're going to ride this running back. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. He'll try to do it himself. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Big third down in the red zone, and this crowd is getting behind this defense. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. He's brought down, but a really nice return gets it to the 41. Ohio State sending out the offense to start this drive. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
And now there's a stoppage for an injured Buckeye. You hate to see an injury any time. Holly's going to keep an eye on that and get us up to date on what the situation is. Third and short now. They snap it from their own 46. Saying from the gun on third down. Out wide left, it's Roberts. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Back's got it on the screen. Past the 30. And he'll get out of bounds. It's a first down there in plus territory, and now threatening to get the score.
What a great individual effort here in this 2-minute situation. He makes the catch in the middle of the field. He knows he's got to find a way to stop the clock. The only way to do that is to get out of bounds. He uses his speed and his vision, and he's able to elude the defense to save some time.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. From the red zone, it's Jackson. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. He's changing the play. Sends it back in motion. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. This late in the game, there's really no question about it. To have any chance to tie this thing up, they have to convert here on 4th down.
Booster. Booster. Ready, go.
Saying to throw for it on 4th. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
And that is a backbreaker. It's 4th down, though. Listen, you got to throw the football. You got to try to make a play. But the defense came up big in a big moment.
Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use a timeout. It's their second. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. The corners are walked up tight. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Turning it on. Crosses midfield. The 40. At the 30. A huge play there as he has it inside the 20 at the 19.
And that's not a surprise to anybody, including the defense, that they turn and they give it to their running back, who they've been giving it to all game long. Up front, the offensive line, they deserve a ton of credit. Blocked and paved the way. This rushing attack has been lethal, and I'm not surprised that's how they end this football game.
And that's the kind of guy, too, David, you want at the end of the game, because he wants the ball into his hands to ice this thing. He's looking over the sidelines before that play call, and he's like, give it to me, let me finish this thing and win this game for us, and that's exactly what happened.
Driving forward, it's Marshall. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll run the counter. Bulldozes his way through. And he crosses the goal line for the late touchdown, and that one just might finish this baby off.
Some would say run out the clock. Some would say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now, listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
Deep in the end zone, it's Rodgers. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. One more play to pad the stats. Timeout is called with just a single second left. Say it. He's taking a deep shot. And the pass is incomplete, and that's going to be the final play as this game is over. They cross out all of the M's on campus. They call them the school up north. But this year, Ohio State will have to call Michigan the victors in the game as they plant their flag in this rivalry for another year. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.